Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're back at fixing more toilets here. This is actually a new house, so it already actually came with a better filler. But what's happening with this one is, first thing is the adjuster thing to this broke randomly. So I can't even adjust this thing up and down anymore. The second thing is this flapper. This is a little bit different from the old movies because this flapper now is an issue. So as we're flushing this toilet here, this flapper here, you can see it moves like this. It's sliding all the way down here onto this position. And then because of that, you can see kind of it leaves like a little gap of water, like a little hole there. And water's getting through and it's constantly refilling. I think that we just need to get a new flapper initially, but then this thingy broke. And then so I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna get the kit. Kind of like what I had in the old video. I like that a lot with the floater that just moves up and down versus like, this one imitates that old, ball valve. And I just didn't like it. I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna get the kit, it's cheap. And so there's only one additional step to this, and it's just removing the flapper and then adding it to this thingy here. So I'll show you guys how to do that. But the other portion of this is pretty much the exact same as the other video. And this time, because I'm at a different house and this is a newer style, the turn-off valve for your water line is different. So I'm gonna show you guys how that works as well. So the removing the line is the same. Okay, so the way the new system works is you pull it out to shut off the water and you push it in and then water will start flowing in. So I'm gonna turn it off, flush this, make sure all the water's gone. So there's all this water here that's sitting here, and that's gonna get dumped on the floor when you remove this. So remember, have a towel or something to catch all that water. So let's go ahead and remove that nut. First thing is just removing this thing here. All right, and this is gonna dump all that water down here. All right, so that's that first thing here. So I'm gonna remove this nut. And again, get an adjustable wrench here and remove that nut. All right, so I got the nut out. The nut ended up actually being bigger than my normal adjustable wrench, so I ended up having to use this guy here. So I'm gonna pull this out. As you can see, it dumps all that water onto here. So we're gonna catch all that. All right. Catch as much water as possible. Boom, you got everything there. That's why we have this nice little towel there. Perfect, we got that out. Now, we're going to remove this guy here. So that was that, sitting right there. We'll just remove this. Dump all the rest of that. All right, so we're back here. So now to remove the flapper. And what you can do is you can kind of guide this little thing here. I'm just gonna zoom in for you guys. Guide this thing here, it just unclips itself like that. So it clips in like here, because there's like hooks. There's like these little hooks that kind of like goes up. And that's how you get that on there. So that's easy, it comes off just like that. So the chain is just this little thing here. You can't do it with one hand, but you can just unclip it from here, so. All right, so this is the kit that I gone with. Make sure you get the right size flapper. So this is a 3-inch flapper for the flapper that I have. There's a 2-inch as well. I ended up buying the 2-inch initially, and that was the wrong size, but I will have the link for a 2-inch and a 3-inch in the description below. So just make sure that you measure your flapper before you get this, if you need both of the kit, of course. If you just need this piece here to fill, you can just buy that and that'll be cheaper for you. So just FYI there. Some key things to note, so that red washer that goes around that black thing, it could be black, it could be whatever color it comes with. Make sure that's on, because that's gonna seal the water, right, from down there. So if you don't have that on, you're gonna have a leak. All right, so kind of just test placing everything back in here. As you can see, the fill line here is too long, so I'm gonna have to trim it. All right, so for these flappers here, at least the 3-inch one, I think the 2-inch one's on top or something, a little bit different. So you can change the flush volume size of the water here. So I think it's preset to the highest, which is 10. You can dial it down just to see how much water is going to be actually in the toilet bowl itself. So I just kind of put it down to like maybe 8 just to see what it looks like. And then we can adjust it from there. So with the chain, you'll have to adjust this. It's pretty simple to adjust. You just kind of slip this chain out and then pick the slot that you want here. It's just basically on like making sure this, when you flap this down here, it pulls up this kind of high enough. I think that we probably want to do maybe another 2 chain or something like that. I mean, this is pretty good. But you can already kind of see when you open this and let it go, it kind of clicks back to a really good seal. So I know that is a really good flapper versus the old one. So yeah, so definitely I think the flapper fix is going to be it right there. All right, so I have everything back together, screwed in. So I have the top on just in case if water shoots up and it's a defect valve or whatever. So let's go ahead and push this in. That's filling. All right, so testing the flush. So this one's a little bit loose, so I need to adjust the strings on that because it took a little bit of, this one's a little bit loose, it took a little bit of pressure to pull this down, so I'm gonna adjust this again. So that's what you need to do, is just fine tune, fine tweak a little things a little bit. Okay, so a couple things I want to point out. This water line fill here and this guy here has to be the same level. So this stick here, you can adjust it up and down. Just adjust it so that this lines up here, right? That. So when that's lined up, you can put everything together and then you can adjust this water line in the tank. So you want to do clockwise, which goes this way to bring up the water level, and you want to go counterclockwise this way to bring down the water level. So wherever it sits, you can adjust this and then the fill line will kind of adjust with that. So right now it's slightly high, so I just turned it a couple notches back. So on the next flush, it should be a little bit lower. But yeah, so that is it. I think the root cause was definitely the flapper. This flapper is like way better now. It seals 10 times better. And then it kind of, because it's not rubbery, it's like plastic, it pulls back to where the location should be in terms of after the flush. So I think this is the fix. Alright guys, I hope this video helps you guys out. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, make sure you guys are subscribed. And like always, till next time guys, peace.